Guys, what's up? It's me. This is episode 6 of RWBY Volume 7. A Night Out, I believe it was called, which was completely different from what I was expecting. I do know a couple spoilers for this episode just because everyone was screaming. Can't say I'm surprised because it is episode 6 and that's usually where things kind of take a dive into the dramatic and the high stakes. So I'm not surprised. Things I know about this. The election is this episode. We saw Blake putting on mascara, which looked kind of funny considering how big their eyes are. Something happens to the Fawn girl, and it's Tyrion's fault. I guess he kills her. I guess. I just know something bad happens to her because I saw everyone screaming. Everyone's reaction to this episode was, what the fuck? And I guess we see Tyrion do something new either with his tail and or semblance in the process, because I saw like a screenshot and it looked like there was like an orb almost of like purple energy, and I just scrolled past it so I wouldn't know anything. But this is what I get for getting food poisoning. This is what happens when I don't record early. Oh, let me just move my microphone. My cat chewed through my normal headphones, so I have these on. But let's just... Yeah, the description was different than what I was expecting. The episode's called like A Night Off, like they get like a night of leisure, but going to a political rally isn't how they expected to spend it. Which I don't know, I've done that before, but I guess that's not really surprising. I'm scared and intrigued, but you know what, let's just go into it. Oh boy. Yeah, after constant missions and vigorous training, the kids finally got a night off to relax, but attending a political rally may not be the most leisurely activity. Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity. We're holding out for some romantic life in a world of charm. Oh, but the tears will set you free. Your life's a masterpiece, and all you see is all you need. But now your hopes are shattered. Here's ever after. See, it's Winter and Weiss's interactions in that intro make me a little bit worried for what's gonna happen. Because so far their reactions have been like pretty chill, but I guess not. Also, sorry if the audio is fluctuating here. I'm trying to adjust it so that I can talk over it and you'll be able to hear me, but you'll still be here to hear the episode, so. I'm so afraid. I actually got most of my fabric for RWBY, but there's a sale going on at Joann's right now, so I'm gonna get the last bit that I need, but... you know what, let's just... Oh god.
Although rioting in Mantle is finally under control, how does it feel to know that the majority of those involved were your supporters?
I don't condone rioting, especially when our city is being denied aid for the hardships we've already had to go through. But Jacques Schnee's latest stunt is holding the city hostage for his own political gain. So I understand their anger, but ask that they show it not in the streets, but at the polls today.
Ah! Well played. You're so cute! Oh no.
Nice. Your recovery's getting faster.
That's good.
Have you always been able to do that?
No.
I don't know. I don't normally think it through that much.
You guys are evolving, and I still don't even have my semblance.
Well, I bet we'll all be jealous when we do.
Clover wasn't kidding. You're really giving this your all.
Well, we have to with the way things are going.
They're not going well, are they?
Better Robin than Jock Schnee.
Yeah, I suppose so. Either way, this election doesn't bode well for our stability.
It could be a chance to work with Robin and get Mantle on your side.
The likelihood of that working...
She's right. You have to do something about Mantle. If you could get Robin to trust you.
I bet if you opened up to her, she'd understand that you're being framed.
Perhaps. But it will only work if she's open too.
I take it you're here for new mission assignments.
You could say that. The General and I want you to take the rest of the day to recuperate.
You're giving us a night off?
Ordering it. After tonight's election, we'll be waking up to a very different Atlas tomorrow.
Why do I
I
have
need
the
you rested and ready for whatever that may bring.
Why do I have the feeling that that is not the entire reason?
We still have hours ahead of us, but as votes come in, it looks more and more certain
Date night!
Robin Hill will fill the open council seat.
There's no way my father could have thought layoffs would do anything but hurt him. So why announce this the day before the election?
Just seems like a power play that backfired to me. Won't matter in a few hours, though.
Well, where are you guys going?
Team Funky invited us out dancing. Yang and I thought it would be good to get our minds off the election.
I thought you said Team Funky was annoying.
That's the best part about dance clubs.
I can't hear you.
Ruby, come on!
I still can't believe you're going to that thing.
Just because Ironwood dislikes Robin doesn't mean we all have to. From where I'm standing, both of them seem to be trying their best to help Atlas. As to who's doing a better job.
But a victory party?
Invite's still open if you want in. Penny's gonna be working security.
Oh my gosh, no. You gotta do it like this.
That's what I'm doing!
That's so wholesome!
Oscar and I are hitting the movies if anyone wants
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Oscar's face is... That was so wholesome.
I understand Weiss's point, though. A victory party does seem a bit premature.
Let them have one sure thing.
Probably the last sure thing before Amity Tower goes up and everyone learns about what we're fighting.
We've spent so much time worrying about how Ironwood will react to the truth about her. But have any of us considered how we're even going to beat her if we manage to work past that?
Jin said she can't be beaten,
She told Oz that he couldn't destroy her.
but maybe someone else could?
Bingo.
I don't know.
We should be training right now.
We've trained enough. Take some time
We
to...
don't have time.
I'm with Ren on that, honestly. Kick me!
Ruby? Nora! Ren! Hey, Penny. I am so glad you made it. It's just Marrow and I tonight, so more friends means more fun. Where are the others? Weiss is out with the boys, and Blake and Yang are off doing their own thing. Again.
At least they're back to being friends.
Friends, huh? Best friends.
What else would they be?
Two people who've gone through that much? I think there's more going on.
Well, maybe one of them feels that way, but the other might be worried.
About what?
It's just... there's a lot of things going on right now.
Well, how can they figure things out?
I believe I may be confused. Who are we talking about again? I'm not really sure.
Penny, where'd you go?
Oh, hey, what are you doing here?
Just hanging out with a friend while she's on the job.
Yeah, real cute. Look, try not to be too much of a distraction. We need to be vigilant in case...
In case what?
In case someone tries to start trouble.
Oh, funny. That's why we're here.
So feel free to take a hike.
Listen, the General's trying to help, all right? Just because you can't understand...
What's going on here, Wags? Oh, and the pipsqueak is back.
We're concerned about security risks. Ma'am, the General doesn't want any surprises tonight.
Fine, but stay out of the way. If I get elected tonight, we'll all have to learn how to get along.
Sure, we won't have any problems, as long as you stay within the law.
The law isn't perfect, you know. It's certainly not equal.
Trust me, I'm well aware.
My only goal is that all the citizens of Mantle and Atlas, and Faunus, have an equal shot at a good life.
That sounds great. And you're planning to do all that equalizing legally, right?
Everything I've done is legal.
Of course. 100%.
Oh, she's so cute still.
That worked.
One of these days I'll get a stable mic set up. It's just not today.
Scram, kid. We've got a job to do.
She's just chilling. God, Ruby's so cute. I'm really glad that since Volume 4 they've...
Can we please just not do this right now?
I should have just gone to the movies.
I want to thank everyone for going to the polls today. This is Mantle's moment. I know that, like me, you're all thrilled that we chose Robin as our voice in Atlas.
Okay, but Jacques' numbers are climbing.
No one has fought harder for Mantle than she has, and I know Robin will continue that fight on the council. Will you share a few words?
I've never been much for public speaking. Probably wasn't my best idea ever to go into politics. Thank you so much.
He's
everyone,
getting closer.
for choosing me. You said you believe in me, but I'm the one who believes in all of you. You've proven to me that as individuals, we are strong, but together, we are unstoppable. So no matter what happens tonight, win or lose, we will continue to fight for our city. Because it is this city that brings us together!
We're in the final minutes now, and it's looking to be a closer race than anticipated.
Don't worry, it's in the bag.
Ren, what's going on? Why won't you just talk to me?
You know, I've never been really good with talking.
Then screw talking.
Oh, something bad's gonna happen. Oh no! No! Do not!
You ready, Tyrion?
Always. The polls are about to close. 12, 11.
Oh no! Oh no.
Watch out!
Go.
Oh, the puppet master is here, bitches. Oh, this is not what I thought was gonna happen.
Penny, what's going on over there?
Ugh.
Put down your weapon and surrender!
What the fuck?
This is Ace Operative Marrow, requesting immediate assistance.
Huntresses, to me!
Come on, we've got to get you out of here.
That part, that's what I...
Robin!
She's gonna hit Robin instead. The light up effects is cool.
Right on time.
And the winner of the Atlas Council
What the
election
fuck?
is Jacques Schnee!
It's Ironwood's robot!
Penny.
everyone. Thank you. It's all because of you. It's a new day in Atlas. We've won. We did it.
What happened? It was Tyrion! Tyrion's here!
Oh, the blood is a nice touch.
Stay! Get Penny out the back, now!
Penny.
I'm okay.
Okay, she's not dead. That's good.
I'm sorry. Is she?
Dude, not helping.
This wasn't us. I swear.
This isn't gonna go well.
Fine work, Tyrion. I think we are done for tonight.
Upload.
A surprise victory by SDC Mining Corporation CEO Jacques Schnee. Last-minute voter turnout produced a dark horse victory for the dust industry leader.
Penny.
Penny, you need to get to Atlas. Backup's on the way. Penny.
Grim.
We've got a long night ahead.
And as the newest member of the council, I pledge to serve each and every citizen of Mantle and Atlas.
Oh, Penny. That's a really nice piece of concept art, though. Like, they really nailed the eerie atmosphere there. Aw, Fiona time. Only has one set of ears. Okay, they needed to clarify that after Blake. The fact that I'm like the same size as Ruby, like, blows my marbles. Oh, God, that's also really pretty. Oh, God. Okay, well, sorry in advance for my microphone. Well, not advance, but sorry post-haste about my microphone falling twice during that. But, okay. So that didn't go at all like what I was expecting. Okay, yeah, so I had seen that, like, purple thing that I did with his hand, which I guess just allows you to bypass aura. Although he was kind of able to do that beforehand, so I don't know if it's just a more enhanced version of it. That's not what I was expecting. I was expecting him to pick her off in an alleyway, the same way he had done with that guy, but no, I guess. Oh god, I don't care for that. I don't care for that one bit. Like, the beginning was so wholesome. Again. Okay, Okay. I think this was the episode that was written entirely by women, which I think was really, like, about damn time. Hell yeah. Okay, I'm trying to think. So it's good that Jean's able to replenish his aura like that, so he won't be, you know, dead instantly, which I think is good. It was really fun that Nora was having that kind of style of fight with him. It was good that Blake and Yang were racing each other, because I think that is one thing that Yang can't turn easily using her. She goes head first into everything, and as such, like, making quick dodges isn't really her strongest suit. So I think it's nice that she's training that. I liked how Weiss took down Winter. I think that was a very nice touch. Like, she had her distracted, but even just, like, smacking the Beowulf up and down on the walls, that was a nice touch. Ruby being able to go through the pillar was that was awesome. I do think it's kind of funny that she tried that out when Ren was sitting right there, because it's like, maybe try that, like, if she had only been doing it like a little bit and like it was still something new, maybe practice it in a situation where you wouldn't slam into someone. Maybe. Oscar's. I like that Jean and Oscar are friends now, and I do love that when Weiss agreed to go to the movies with him, he just went. I was initially kind of like, Weiss, you should go to like the political rally because it'll be good to be like, no, I am in support of you over my father. I thought that would have been a nice touch, but considering the way things went, I'm glad it didn't. I'm very glad that she didn't. I'm glad she saw, I don't know, like Troll 2 or something. The sequence with Yang teaching Blake how to dance, thank you. That added so many years to my life, and I need to learn that dance, and I love that Blake canonically just can't dance for her life. Just like, I thought you thought Team Funky was annoying. Yeah, that's the nice part about dance clubs. You can't hear any, like, well done. Like, that's... I liked that, okay, the argument with Ren and Nora was... I have a little bit of mixed feelings about it. I love that it's like... Ren's just like, well, what else would they be? And Nora's just like, oh my god, like, how are you this stupid? They're dating. Like, that argument, and then of course it ended up being about the two of them where it was like, well, maybe they're concerns. And it's just like... Fight. Kiss. Actually, no, just kiss, don't fight. Kiss, hold your boyf. I still can't believe that happened, actually. I was not expecting it. I'm still wholeheartedly in the camp of, like, every time I watch, I think it's, Volume 4, whenever they're on, like, the airships and it's playing the acoustic version of Boop, I still wish with my whole heart that Ren had reached over and booped Nora on the nose, and that could have ultimately led even into more of this tension of just, like, he didn't maybe necessarily know exactly how much, like, that specific action held connotations for her, and that could cause that struggle. I think they're still gonna be having that fun relationship argument. I think it is definitely the argument of, oh, but what if, like, we, like, date and it ruins our friendship and then we lose, like, this whole support system that we've had our whole lives and I don't want to risk losing you. But it's like, hey, because you're being, like, so cold shoulder all the time and just, like, not playing with her in this space, I guess, you're already kind of driving a stake between you two, so be aware of your actions, Ren. So I'm glad that they are sort of talking it out. I think the struggle is definitely going to persist a little bit more, a fair amount more maybe. I do still like Robin Hill. I do still like all her happy huntresses. I do feel like she's a little quick to anger, but I can't necessarily blame her in not wanting to trust Penny and Marrow, considering how Atlas has been, specifically the military. So, like, I can't blame her. I just wish she was acting differently. I'm kind of surprised that... Well, I mean, okay, so Tyrion had to have been there for, like, a little bit at least. And, like, the fact that no one pulled down his hood or, like, Marrow didn't see it as suspicious is a little weird. But, I mean, there was a party going on. I do love that they basically had the non-copyright version of the Celebrate Good Times song going on in the background. I found that very funny. The Ren and Nora hug was very good. Whole hug and kiss, it was both. I'm not over it. Like, I know that there's more stuff to talk about, but I'm just like, my brain is just hyper fixating on that. Just like, nothing bad happened. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing bad happened. Nora and Ren are dating now, and Blake and Yang are dating, and Ruby and Penny are dating. Everything's fine. Nothing bad happened. I'm glad that Fiona's okay, but I'm worried that she's not gonna be okay. I do think it's weird that they kind of framed Penny for it, so it looks like they hacked her ocular nerve, more or less, so she would lose track of Tyrion, I guess. I do like that Penny has, like, a night mode like that. I think that's very cool. It looked really nice. I don't think that Robin jumping to the conclusion that Penny was the one who, like... I feel like Penny tackling Robin, I feel like, especially because I'm pretty sure Penny yelled something out or said something that Robin's first instinct should not have been, oh, this girl attacked me. But the whole thing with Watts, like, having, like, the little finger stuff and, like, scrolling up, he's just, like, he is a creepy ass puppet master, and I don't like it. Like, there's shades of Hama from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the bloodbending. Like, just the hand movement specifically, with like how the finger positioning was kind of reminiscent of that. And yeah, I'm not about that life, man. I'm not about it. Oh god. Okay, I'm glad Sheep Girl isn't dead. I'm glad she's not dead. I do find it funny that Ren and Nora were just making out, and then they just became the Donald Glover community gif, because they just turned around and everything was a mess. Fucking Jacques. And even the fact that Jacques was giving his acceptance from Schnee Manor is like, he didn't go out, he doesn't take part in Mantle, he doesn't go down there anyway, and it's like, you know, he has all that protection for Grimm, and it's bullshit, but of course he's like that. I'm curious what Weiss is gonna think about all of this. I can't believe I'm about to say this, I want Whitley to have a redemption arc. I kind of want Whitley to rat out his dad, or do something to betray his dad, and just, because I think Jacques has kind of always had Whitley as the one he can kick around and manipulate and groom to be the next him, but I think he may be doing a little bit, now that there's not someone else to shuck his anger onto, I think Whitley's getting the full brunt of what Weiss and Winter got, and he's understanding them, so maybe he'll be a better person, we can hope so. Penny. Also, just Marrow's, I'm gonna get into Penny in a little bit, but just Marrow's face, just like, this wasn't us. Like, there was so much emotion in that. Just like, and you can tell this is someone who has been blamed for things that weren't his fault, like, his whole life. And, like, this is just like, this wasn't us. Like, I know you don't trust us. I know you don't trust any of us, and you have no reason to trust me, but please believe me that this was not our doing. Like, there was just a lot of sincerity in that, and I really appreciated that moment between it, especially because you had the moments earlier where they were kind of brawling verbally. And then Penny, all she wants to do is help people. All she wants to do is help people and be supportive and be a protector of Mantle and help them. And to have her reputation tarnished like that, and I feel bad, but like my first thought when like you see her up on the stage like that and like her face when everyone started blaming her and that was kind of what was being portrayed, my first thought was just like, this is exactly what happened with Pyrrha. This is exactly what happened with Pyrrha. That's exactly what happened with Yang. Like, she is getting first-hand the other side of the story from when she was powered down, to put it lightly. And, oh, it's not gonna sit well with her. I'm hoping we can maybe get a really good interaction of Ruby consoling Penny. That would be nice. That would be really great. I would appreciate that a lot. I would really love that. That would be really nice and soft and wholesome, and we've been getting a lot of good and wholesome in the beginning of these episodes. But you know, I'm all about that angst, hurt. I'm all about that hurt comfort. I'm really sad now. God, it's a decent plan too, especially because like only so many people there would be able to see in the dark and see what happened, and no one would believe them, and they have no reason to believe that Tyrion would be there. And even though Ruby saw, and Penny saw, and maybe Marrow, even though they saw it, no one's gonna believe them because they're gonna think that they're Ironwood's lapdogs, and this is why you don't do the electronic voting. This is why you don't connect your voting machines to the internet. Just, oh god, this volume has just kicked everything up to 11, and I love it, but I also hate it because it's causing everyone so much harm. But like, there's a really, I feel like better than before, there's a nice balance of lighthearted stuff and darker stuff. Like, it has like the kind of energy of with Avatar in some parts in the Dragon Prince, when like you can go from having something really serious and dark and messed up to something kind of lighthearted, but it doesn't feel like tonally improper. Like you're able to go between it. And the fact that there's like, look, you have a night off. I don't trust that. I don't trust that one bit. I mean, I know that Ironwood probably was just like, y'all need a night off, because y'all are clearly just going too ham on training, which I can't blame them. But part of me wonders if there was a reason for that. And I know that a lot of people in the comments have been like, why don't you trust Ironwood? It's like, I'm sorry, I don't. I can't help it, I just don't trust him. Like, I think it comes down to the Vital Festival. He should have told Ozpin that Penny was a robot. He should have intervened in what was happening during the fight, when it was the girl with magnetism, who they knew had magnetism and was going to be a fallen maiden up against a metal robot. They should have known, you know? Let's fix that! Maybe something's hanky! And also just, he definitely has a sense of self-importance, at least in regards to his own views, and kind of, he's put much like Atlas, he's put the safety of the world on his shoulders and doesn't really lean on others in that regard. And as a result, his judgment has kind of become absolute, and while he thinks he's doing it for a good reason, I think it's ultimately harmful. So I think he's a man who's well-intentioned, but who doesn't necessarily perform what's right, if that makes sense. So part of me is wondering if there was another reason, like, I doubt, like, I'm pretty sure we would have known, but maybe Freya was gonna die that night. We don't know. But I feel like there may have been another reason for it. Or maybe he suspected that something was gonna be hinky, and was like, y'all go out, have fun. You know, it could have just been like, hey, go take a night off. I'm ordering you guys to take a night off, which I still would have trained, honestly. Like, you don't need to know. I do like that Nora addressed what Jin said about how they said that Ozpin couldn't beat Salem, but Nora posing the could someone else. Like, I'm glad that they're finally, because that's what pretty much everyone thought when we first saw that part, and I'm glad that they're finally like at a point when they can mentally digest that and process it, and I'm glad that they threw out that little bit of information. And I'm not surprised that that's the thing that's still weighing heavy in Ren's mind. Like, everyone else is just trying to train as hard as they can and do their best, but he's trying to think out the best way to proceed, because that's what he does. He thinks and then he acts. The only time he's never done that was with the crunchy knuckles, the Grim, the Knuckleov, that thing. Knuckles. I still can't say it. But I'm glad that they addressed that. I do feel bad for Ruby, who went from, like, third wheeling to third wheeling. That's rough, buddy. Oh, God, Penny. It is interesting that he can hack her. Considering they didn't update the code in Mantle, but you think that she's based on Atlas code. So you think that there would be more layers to that, but I guess you don't get that far in being an evil genius without being a genius, so. I have concerns, and I want Penny to get a hug, and like, the thing is, that was such a nightmare for her, too. It's just saying it's Ironwood's robot. Is that's how they all see her. They see her as a robot, and, like, all Penny wants to do is, like, be a real girl. Like, she's Pinocchio. And it's very much the energy of that one post where it was like, yeah, androgynous robots are cool, but give me a robot who just decided to be a girl one day, and, like, nope, she's a girl now. And, yeah. Like, so having them just point at her and be like, that's Ironwood's robot. It's not, that's that girl. Like, it's the girl who works from Ironwood. Like, being blamed for something she didn't do, something she tried to prevent when she's worked so hard just to protect these people, despite how they may feel about her, and then having them point at her and just call her that she's just a robot, she's just someone's property, and no longer trust her and blame her for what happened. Like, that's almost like the culmination of her worst nightmare, and it's so sad. And I do like Marrow's, like, line there of, like, looks like it's gonna be a long night. It's like, yeah, the new Atlas is starting tonight, baby. I have a lot of emotions. I'm trying to focus on, like, the happy parts of the episode, like Blake and Yang dancing and being dorks and Ren and Nora smooching. But because they were smooching, more people got hurt. And, I'm just trying to focus on the happy things, and it's not working. I'm just glad the Fawn Girl's not dead. I saw, like, one tweet that was like, her name is this, Tyrion will pay. And I'm just like, yo, I thought she was dead. Calm down. I thought she died, but no, she just got... She got hit pretty bad, but, you know. She'll live. I hope. I'm scared for what Robin Hill will do. Because I think since she does view Atlas as responsible, at some point she'll have to learn, but I feel like, especially since there was so much focus from Marrow on kind of conveying how, like, will you make these changes in accordance with the law? Well, like, now she'll be in a position to help change the law, first of all. But I feel like she's gonna step outside the law a little bit, a lot. I'm hoping that Jacques will be overthrown and she'll be instated as the actual council member, but we'll see how that goes. Unfortunately, it's now going to be difficult to remove him from power because he'll be seen more or less as a martyr. God, he's such a sleazebag. He's the embodiment of when you get a giant scoop of what you think it's ice cream, and it turns out to be really shitty mashed potatoes. That's what Jacques Schnee is as a person. I feel like she's gonna take all of her anger out on Atlas and on Team RWBY and the Aesops and Team Juniper, and I think she's just gonna go fucking Revenge of the Sith on them, and it'll be really badass to watch. I'm hoping, just based on the sequence from the trailer, that maybe she'll find out about Tyrion, and maybe she'll listen to RWBY, who has kind of shown her some support, and find out that there is more going on here, that there is someone else who caused these problems, that it wasn't Ironwood, that they both need to put aside their differences and actually talk about what's going on instead of just having a pissing contest. I don't like politics. Okay, I'm gonna call it there because I have to do like 800 batches of cookie baking, but I just want to give Penny a hug. She needs a hug. Can we get a Penny doll in the RT store? Like, I know that we have the ones of Team RWBY in their Volume 4 outfits, but honestly, they're kind of scary. I need to give Penny a hug, but also, whenever I get around to cosplaying Yang and or Blake, I need to find a Yang and or Blake to do that dance sequence with me. Ooh. I'm curious if it'll cut to, like, the dance club, more or less, and, like, show all the chaos working out in different areas, and everyone has to kind of reconvene, almost like with when they were fighting Roman Torchwick in the Mecca back in Volume 2, because that slapped, and I would really like to see a version 2 of that in Maya. Goddamn. I'm just speculating, but fear! That's just... I know that if things went well, that there wouldn't be a plot for the story. But that doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. God damn! I'm just gonna think about the happy Bumblebee moments, and RWBY being... I love RWBY. Like, she didn't have a character for a while. She kind of got pushed to the background in terms of development. But she really started getting more of a character in, I think, Volume 5 and Volume 6. And just, like, how she moves, especially now, has so much more character to it. To the point where I'm just, like, gravitated toward her. I'm just like, I want to be your friend. I want to give you a hug, and I love you. Bless you. I think she's gotten taller, too. I think she was 5'2" at the start of the series. I don't really remember. I haven't seen height charts in a while. Which I think is a nice touch. But... I want to protect these children. I know they're perfectly capable of protecting themselves, but and I've said this before, I just want to just take them and sit them down with hot cocoa and, like, the Great British Bake Off and let them sit in warm blankets and not have to worry about war and politics and the impending destruction of the world and the embodiment of evil turned immortal because of a god's oversight. Like, they're not so, like, they're like 17, 18. I'm 21 and I still can't, like, handle, like, doing taxes. I can't imagine how much stress that is. Like, get these kids a therapist. And that's all I have to say about that, so... God, there was just so much, and, like, I feel like I'm missing something to talk about, but there's just... You know, I'm just... Yeah. You know,